Hello, this is Demonic Wizard on Twitch, ADemonicShadow for literally everything else, and this is Fast Racing Neo review. And I do apologize because I'm totally not sick right now. Okay, I'm sick. Whatever. So here you get to choose your controller. I'm playing on nunchuck, which is I prefer. At least for me, the preferred controllers when it comes to racing games. So next you hit A, and you'll be brought to the main menu, of course. This game was $15, I believe, which I believe is totally worth it, especially if you play racing games. I had much fun with it, not very at the start, because I necessarily didn't understand controls, because they didn't explain it well, which is probably their fault, but at the same time, I had problems finding the right control for me, just because of how it is, because, the controls for this game is a little weird. At least it's not necessarily explained well, but at least for me, I probably took it a little bit more complicated. But once again, the game didn't really describe how that works. I'm looking for the actual controls here, because as you can see here, you can pretty much use any controller that connects to the Wii U. But as you can see here, you have steering, acceleration, brake, switch phases, switches between blue and orange, that allows you to do that. Then you have boosting. Now if you're looking there, your leaning and left buttons are your ZR and ZL, and then your boosting is the R button. So necessarily hitting the lean button and the boost button can be a little bit hard, and I don't really enjoy it, which is why I use the nunchuck. I think the nunchuck is the best, because necessarily you can switch phases. So switching phases you don't really need to ever do during turning, except for like 1 or 2 maps. But there's the leaning, which you can necessarily help you get that little edge, so you can necessarily finish the lap without necessarily hitting or finish the turn without hitting the side. So here you have your championship, your time attack, your hero, your multiplayer for co-op couching, or racing against friends at your house, and then there's online play. The jukebox that's unlocked after beating the championship. Not sure if you need 100%. You get 100% by getting the first. It's brought down to 3 categories, which are the slowest speed, mid speed, and then the fastest speed. You have the cups here. There's 16 tracks. So so you just race through those. I could have sworn that when you race through these, the same cuts are always different. It'll be different cut tracks per cup for each sub speed. But I don't know if it's bugged or not for me. But there's also time attack, where you can actually just try to beat the time, and then there's hero mode, which is probably my favorite mode, because you actually just pick a track and it's race. So it's like pretty much one racing, not one racing, but just pretty much quickly pick a track and then just race. Here's your cars, or your vehicles. You start with these 2, and then each time you beat a cup, you necessarily progress forward. You just have to get in 3rd or better, and then you'll unlock more cars. Don't really notice the difference between top speed between them, but I can definitely notice acceleration, just by a little bit. I believe weight is your turning capacity. The smaller the car, the easier the turn, which makes sense. This is Storm Coast, which is my favorite track. As you can see here, it's pretty. It's pretty. I really do like this track, and the sense of speed this game has. Like, I really do think I'm going 1,000 miles per hour against these cars here. So the only complaint I really have with this game is necessarily with the AIs. At least for me, the controls were a bit wonky to get, and I necessarily didn't like playing the game. But once I figured out the controls and my preferred controller, which was nunchucks, which I should have just tried from the beginning, because me and nunchucks and racing games stick together. But when you boost into an enemy, or another vehicle, and they're not boosting either, because when you boost you have the shield. It's supposed to have them spin out, not unless you spin out and like crash, but just spin out a little bit and decrease in speed. Sometimes when you do that to them, it doesn't happen. In fact, sometimes they'll continue going the same exact speed as before you hit them, and that's kind of frustrating. Another thing that happens is that if you are boosting, I don't know if it's just a glitch and they're not visually, they're boosting, but it's just not showing on my screen. But sometimes if you boost and you'll be on like a boost pad or something like that, or just boosting in just general, you'll have an AI like kind of run past you as if you weren't boosting, which is kind of BS, because you're boosting, you're going at one of your fastest speeds, and this AI that's not boosting is passing you. So once again, I think it's maybe just a visual bug and they're just not shown to be boosting or something like that. But that's also something that's a little frustrating, which doesn't happen. These two complaints don't happen as often, but it's enough to bring up a complaint or two. Outside that, there's no real big problems with the game that I have myself. Online works pretty smoothly. I don't know if it was just because I was playing wireless at the time, but I was having just necessarily online problems. But once again, when I say that's because I was playing online and not necessarily playing wireless, and not something that was all that bad. Let's try this one. Now, now when it comes down to it, or at least, should you buy this game? I definitely think you should, especially if you like racing games. I really did enjoy playing this game, especially once I learned how to play the controls. And I'm kind of demonstrating here another a cart with a higher weight, just so you can kind of tell the difference here. I'm having a little bit troubles just turning. Like normally with the other car, I would be able to make that turn without using the leaning function of the game. The leaning is pretty much just for the bigger cars. Like as you can, I can play this on a different car. You can tell by that, by how I'm making these turns, that this car it weighs a bit, and that actually does affect on your gameplay. Like it may have higher top speed and everything like that, but you can't really control your car. Doesn't really matter. But let me just switch vehicles and then you'll see the difference. Which was something that took me a while. Like this game doesn't tell you that, hey, cars with more weight are harder to turn, which I was probably why this game was a little frustrating for me at the beginning. See, I'm able to lean a little bit more here. They almost turned too much. So I guess I don't know, I guess it's one of those games where you just find the car that works for you and then you just never change it, because that's pretty much how it's been since I unlocked this car. Going too fast. Pretty much the only car I use. I know there's another one with a low weight, but I doubt it's that much of a difference to, to have it really matter. And but yeah, that was Neo Fast Racing. Once again, standalone $15 game. I kind of do wish for a sequel if they add if they add maybe combat to it, or if they necessarily add weapons, stuff like that. Maybe have it to where you can sacrifice your boost to do damage. Maybe do like a blue one to do like a shield, and maybe an orange one to do like an attack or something like that. I think that would be kind of cool. The music itself is actually pretty awesome. I enjoyed it, and I saw every so often I'll stream it and be listening to it while playing like Mario Kart or whatever I'm currently playing. It's not, there's no noticeable tracks to where they're like, oh my god, this is my favorite. Like, but it's pretty it's enough to listen to, just not enough to where, oh my god, I'm gonna listen to this one song for 5 hours later. But once again, you don't really get that with video game OST, so I don't really blame it unless it's, you know, pretty much nostalgic, because I'll listen to Final Fantasy VII battle music for hours, which I have done. But should you get this game, definitely if you like racing games or you want to try something new, when you should buy it. I didn't, you know, there was no bugs because I pretty much got it at release. There was no bugs, glitches, or anything like that. So you should definitely get this as soon as as soon as you can if you want. If you get it on sale, definitely get it. Once again, it's $15 and it was a pretty good game. I definitely wish for a sequel, to add more onto it. But I do want to thank you for watching. If you did watch, if you go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be cool. I mean, you don't have to, but that'd be nice. Definitely do want to thank you for watching, and until the next review, stream, or whatever, ADemonic out.